Sorry about that, I'm back. It was a delivery. I order things and I forget what I've ordered. But I bought 20 or 30 rolls of this red ribbon yesterday because I received a special order for it. Customer came on. Yeah, I can have a chat with him, you see, through the website, and he wanted 10 meters of this ribbon, 120 times. Could I make it up? And I said, well, it depends what colour you want. I said, if you want a variety of colours, not a problem, but if it's all one colour, I'll need to order it in. So it turns out he wanted red, and I agreed the price. He saw the price, he paid for it. And of course, it means my dad's got a measure of 10 metres off each. It's 50 metres on the wall, so he should get 5 lots. I'm going to wrap it around a card. My dad's gone mad. That's probably why he doesn't talk to me. I said to the customer, I said, he'll enjoy it. He's 80, he's 81, it will give him something to do. He said, my father's 96. He said, my father would tell me to sod off. I said, my dad will do the same, but he'll do it. Anyway, my dad's complaining there's no profit in it. And I said, yes, there is. There's enough money to pay the rent for half the week. So he shut up at that point. Not that it's a great profit, but it's an order. Anyway, I got talking to the guy. So what are you going to do with all this ribbon? And he said to me, he's using it to tie around sewing machines for a hang sell label. And I said, oh yeah, so what sewing machines are them? He says, Singer. Turns out to be the UK distributor for Singer sewing machines. I thought, wow. I said, I've got 4 Singer sewing machines. They're all, I told him I've got a 99K, 201K, and I've got a featherweight. And he said to me, you do realise that if they've got a K at the end of the number, they're made in Glasgow. And I think that's where he was calling from. I said, yes, yeah, I know that. They're made in the UK. I said, actually, some of them were made from the aluminium of the Spitfire airplanes. You know, after the Second World War, there was a surplus of aluminium, so the Singer sewing machines bought it all up and used it to make certain lightweight sewing machines. You know, and I've got a couple of them are made of that aluminium. Anyway, so I was telling you, I was saying that I was listening to a girl from her name. Her username is Back from Burnout. I've had a couple of conversations from her. She calls herself Back from Burnout. I don't know what her name is, or I probably do, but I've forgotten. Um, but she's been talking about how she's, life changes. That she's 48. I'm 10 years older than I'm 58, and she's got no money. And she's got a she realised she got inspired by the leader of a group that she's involved with, where they're all resellers. They buy secondhand stuff and they resell it on eBay. And she was saying that most people start reselling because they collect a particular thing and they start selling off their collection. And he says, I don't collect anything, because he sells T-shirts mostly, I think. He said, I don't collect anything. I don't even collect T-shirts. He said, there's only one thing I collect, and that's dollars, dollar bills. I don't want to collect money for the sake of collecting money. What's the point of being the richest man in the graveyard? You're going to get to having $20 million at the age of 94, and what you're going to do with it? You know what I mean? It's more about the journey than it is the dollars. But don't be mistaken or misled. I'd like to be rich. I mean, we do it because we hope that we're going to get rich one day. But what for? It's great. Imagine if you were rich at the age of 24. Great. But when you get into that stage of life, you do need money. But you also need something to do, and you need to be happy, and you need to be somebody. I read once somewhere that he asked the question, who is rich? Who is rich? And ultimately, the person who is rich is the one that is satisfied with his lot. I'm relatively satisfied. I am. There's a couple of things. I'd like to tidy up. I'd like to get to the point where I can start selling live. I want to be able. It's an ego thing, I suppose. I want to sell fabric. I want to be popular. I want to be liked. For sure, I do. I wish I was liked more. I ain't liked. Not many people like me. But life is what it is. We're only here for our 70 plus. What is it? 3 score and 10 years if we're lucky. Anything over that is a bit of a bonus. Many never make it to even that. My grandfather didn't. My mother didn't. That plays on my mind a lot. My grandfather went at 63. My mother went at 66. Out of a shalom. and I'm 58, so I've got a few years left, you know, based on that. If I get past them, it's a bonus. But I know that my body is telling me it's kind of packing up. It's going already. Um, but I know what it is. It's because I'm inactive. I've got a sedentary lifestyle, and it's got to change. So I'm I keep going through this for the last few years. You know, every time I emerge out the winter, I go walking and stuff. But I try to lose weight. I end up doing stupid things like ordering big bags of chips and then big packet of biscuits afterwards and things like that. I've got to get away from that. I can't. Well, it's not that I can't. I can. It's just that my emotions overtake me, and I can't. I forget what I'm supposed to be doing, and I end up pigging out. Well, the pig in me comes out, you know. And yes, I've got to stop that, or I've got to do something different instead. But one of the key things, I've got to get down the gym. I've got everything I need. But my arms are terrible. My legs have been bad for years, but my arms in recent months, really, really bad. So, like, I feel as if I've got trapped nerves in my elbows and things like that, you know, and my wrists. And yesterday I was trying to get something off the shop, and I got such pain in my wrist. I can't remember which hand it was. It's gone now, but it was really, really bad. And I got the weights out, and I did 20, you know, pull up, you know, those kind of things, and it feels a bit better, but it's aching a bit. But I need to get down the gym. That's what I need to do. I need to do the stretching. I need to burn off some calories. I need to do some cycling, static bike in the house. I've got walking to do. I've got weights to do. Oh, but I haven't got a car at the moment because it's in the garage. So when that comes back, that will also allow me to move forward with many things. So I feel as if I'm treading water at the moment. I'm in limbo. Every couple of days, I make a little bit of a leap forward. But there's so many different things I want to do. I've got upstairs, I've got about 200 books I want to try and sell on eBay. I've also got some suit jackets I've got from Marks and Spencer's. I've got some ladies' leatherette type jackets. I bought 10 of them, size 12 in brown. They look like leather. Nice. Bought them from Marks and Spencer's in the sale. They've been hanging up there for a couple of years already. They've got to go. And I saw on, because I was doing some searching for reselling, I watched this reseller. All of a sudden, all these different resellers start popping up on YouTube. And one of them is a guru. I think he got banned from eBay because he didn't have the receipts for all the Nike training shoes that he'd acquired. Legitimately, we didn't have the receipts. So they banned him. And but he's got like a patron thing going on YouTube, and he's very scientific in what he talks about. Very good, quite inspiring. Not relevant to what I do with haberdashery, but with reselling it is. From there, I started seeing a few other people who are using his approach, and his approach basically says that you should be able to get your a product listed within something like 20 minutes from photographing numbers, uploading, you know, the whole thing. There's a woman there, and a husband and wife team, and all they do is jeans. And I saw across 2 or 3 different resellers that when it came to the photographing, they were using a big board on a slant with the lights down on the board, and the board was covered in a grey blanket. It looked a bit manky, a bit cat. But what they were achieving, the grey is when it comes to taking pictures, grey is a colour. If you go light grey, lighter grey, all the way up, you know, pure white is really light grey. Something like that, something to do with colour. And so that's why they use a grey background. I think even eBay, you basically take all your pictures now and they make them grey. It's what the eye can function with. I think it has something to do with that. But I thought, that's it. Okay, that's how I'm going to photograph it. I've got to get a board, and I've got to cover it with a grey blanket. I'm going to order some grey fabric. They're using fleece, grey fleece, and I thought, why are they using grey fleece for? I realised when you put something on the fleece, it stops it from sliding down. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do that. Put it on the board. I've already been upstairs to assess the capabilities, and I think, yeah, I can do it because I've got a wall to lean it against, and I've got like a kind of a lip on the table, so it should hold it. I've got the right kind of lights. I got my camera, and I've got a number of things that I can sell that way. So that's that. So I've got these clothes, I've got these suit jackets, I've got these um, other jackets to sell, I've got these books to sell, and I've got a lot of magazines to sell as well. And I'm getting closer and closer to listing them. And on my other eBay store, so I've got another eBay store. When I first started eBay, I started off with two shops. One selling watch straps, with the intention of adding watches and clocks and everything to do with time on there. And I called myself Watchmart. And I started off the haberdashery, but the haberdashery was the one that basically was, the one with the greater sales. And I knew a lot more about what I was doing at the time with the haberdashery than I did with the watch straps. The watch straps were a bit of a nightmare. And I never really had much time to focus on the watch straps. And so the store ground to a halt, and I've lost interest in it. So all the watch straps, especially the lower end value ones, the straps are made of what they call PU leather, which is basically a synthetic strap with a layer of veneer leather on top of it, sliced veneer leather, and it's stuck down with tape, with glue or whatever, however they do it, the real cheap budget end. And all I know is that when I've sold these straps and sent them out, people have complained about them. They don't like them, so I thought, I can't be dealing with that. That's why I kind of lost interest in it. So I've bundled them together recently. I've documented one lot, and I'm getting ready to sell the whole lot. There were 65 straps. I'm just going to let them go for 20, 30, 50p each, that kind of thing. A bundle, 30 quid. Get rid of it. Because I'm paying for real estate. I've got capital tied up in it. I've got to take a loss on it, but they'll be gone. And I won't have that listing active, and I won't have any complaints, no refunds, no nothing on it. The higher end straps, the higher value straps that I've got, they're fine, but I'm just selling them off one by one. But at the moment, I've got them. There came a time where every time I got a sale of those watch straps, it was a bit of a ball ache having to go and get it all out and change a watch pin or change a buckle. I couldn't be doing with it. And so to deter the sales, I put the price up. I put it by 2 or 3 quid just to basically slow it down. It was the easiest way I could tackle it at the time. Of course, I don't sell many because of that. So when I revisit those listings, I'm going to drop the price down to a price plus package and postage to make it competitive, make it more attractive in the marketplace, sell them off, and as and when that option within the listing is sold out, delete that option, and so keep the listings fresh, let them go, and then I'm going to gradually replace all those watch strap sales with reselling, basically second-hand stuff, because there's a lot more money in it. Well, when I say there's a lot more money, there's more profit. At least I think there is, from what I can see. And that's because I follow a guy called Brum Reseller and one or two others. Retro Reseller is another guy, and Nick and Andrea. They're UK sellers, and they have this approach of going to the car booths, and the car boot is quite fun actually. You got to get up early. You got to get out there 3, 4. Get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Get there for 5, kind of thing. Get yourself a coffee, walk around, and you'll see that there are other people like you, basically swarming car booters as they're unpacking, see what they've got, because they want to get in there before anybody else. But we're all kind of looking for different things. Some recognise, because they're experienced, they recognise value and they see it straight away. And if it's like 50p or a pound, they're in there. Brum Reseller, he sells LPs, and I don't think he set out to sell LPs. I just think he liked music, and he bought LP collections, and he put them on and did all right, because some of these LPs that he buys are only like £1, and he's getting £99 for them. That's what I call good money. Now, I've got a friend, right, who was a bit like Brum Reseller, but he's more of a womble. He used to go into skips and everything, and he used to pull things out of the skips, and we used to laugh at him. But he's got garages full of stuff, and it's worth fortunes, absolute stuff that he bought out 40 years ago is in these garages, like an old typewriter or something. And you think, what you've done that for? Well, it's got to be worth a few £100 now, but he got it for nothing. Examples there, that's examples. One of the other things, he must have about 30 record collections. We had a friend, mutual friend, and he was mad for Blondie, and he bought every single Blondie LP going. singles, LPs, cassettes, the lot. And when CDs came out, he got rid of this. He was going to trash these LPs, and my mate said, "No, no, I'll have them." So he took the lot off him, and he's got them in the loft. They've got to be worth a fortune. They've got to be worth an absolute fortune. He'd give a fortune away. But I'm gonna have a little dabble at the albums if I see any. I'm just gonna pick a few up, put them on, anything like that really, and that'll be like a hobby more than anything. But my main business is my haberdashery, and so I want to move more into fabric. And you've got to have the right state of mind. You've got to have self-care. You've got to look after your body. You've got to look after your mind. Your mind first, then your body. And I think I've got to get down the gym. I've got to do a lot more walking. I've got to lose weight, and I've got to basically do all those things in the pursuit of happiness. And I think it would help if I started off being happy first. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you'll be happy. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Anyway, folks, I'm going to listen to this video because I want to see what the difference is with this compared to doing it without. But we shall see how it goes. I think I've got to get some headphones. Because there is a thing to plug in, and I don't know what the difference is. I would imagine that you can hear yourself how you would sound as you talk when you do have the headsets on compared to without the headsets. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. I know I might talk a lot of crap, but I'll improve over time, I promise you. But like, subscribe, share.